Hello, everyone. Nice to see you guys. Wow, what an adventure. I've been uh, fighting with some settings here. I bought new headphones because last time technical guy told me your headphones are too strong. So had to figure out something, but eventually they're not better. And yeah, now I'm happy we can proceed. I see the top friends we have here supporting us, but also new faces. You know that community is growing, and I'm happy to see also new faces. And let's go with the agenda. Yeah, for some reason. Okay, today we're gonna see technical details, but because everybody is on a conference and very busy, I'll just go over it without getting into much details. Then we'll speak about the new change that we are integrating and the contracts that we are deploying on them. After this, we'll move to what we're doing, like in the events internationally. We are representing Blocksense, how we are spreading the news about our awesome project. Then we look at all the beautiful things happening in the community at the moment, all the campaigns, what's going on. Then speak about things we implemented last week. He worked on it, but it's based on all your suggestions. So we are very happy you're participating in this, giving advice. Pirates are awesome. And we try to listen and implement as quick as possible whenever we find it's the right moment for this. And I think project now is in the perfect time and space for this growth to happen and for those engagement things to be implemented. And last but not the least, I shout out to all the people that are contributing and tell you the people that are getting new roles also, and those who get already roles because they were participating in the events and the campaigns we have till now. So still stay till the end to hear maybe your name is there. Also during this call, I want to tell you that start rewarding you with XP for joining the call. So make sure to stay in and to listen. So you can get your points during the snapshot. And yeah. And at the end of this call, as normal, I give you the possibility to ask questions. And yeah, maybe anything that is unclear to get an answer here. It's an opportunity for us to communicate and to answer your questions during those calls. I'm always super excited. I cannot explain it. Like this is the moment of the month when we look back what we have done during this month, because working every day, small things, but in the end we look back and we say, okay, this is really cool. This is what we're doing. This is how we're advancing. And yeah, let me go brief to the technical things that the team has been working on one side, and those are the release of Noir formal verification and debugging tools. I think we'll have the opportunity to hear more from the technical team why this matters for developers in general and how this is going to be important for Blocksense in the future whenever we have an available technical person to jump on. I myself, I'm not too much into the details, but I know this relationship with At Stake and Noir team is really good. We had a person speaking, joining conference, presenting also our things in Noir Conf 1 recently. And whenever they come back from all those events, it will be an opportunity to share more. And with those tools, we help to facilitate developers in their work so they can develop more secure applications in the future. And yeah, this is part of the technical work. On the other side, in our motivation and goal to grow, we are continuously deploying on new networks. And in this past month alone, we've been deployed on 7 different networks. Actually, there have been 6. And those are version 1 of the contracts that have been applied. And now the team is actually already working on version 2 that is going to improve the cost of deployment. And starting this week, they'll be deploying already this new version. So the networks we have been deployed to already in their testnet is the Horizon, deployed on the Gobi network, INE VM, the testnet. We also get close to friends of Mezzo. You know, the Mezzo guys, they're getting more and more popular, guys building on Bitcoin, bringing more liquidity there. We also deployed on BNB network, on the Rolex, on the Shade, and the Hemi on Sepolia. So you see how much can be done in a month whenever there's a focus. Those deployments are the result of the BD work and the communication that is happening with the other teams. So it means we are on many grounds following this vision of Blocksense to be multi-chain, available, and chain agnostic. And this week already started deploying the new version of the contract on Base-Sepolia and MetaOL2 and Supersede Sepolia. So as I mentioned earlier, those deployments, this version is allowing for better and more efficient contract deployments. We have around 11% better performance of those new contracts. So this is really something to celebrate. Team is finding ways to improve what we have built already and start deploying a second version is really great. I'm happy to see everyone reacting with the pirate flag, showing this support, where we are sailing and what we are achieving. And today it's first time that I'm alone and team didn't let me down, but everybody is really busy being around the world. They just came back from Hong Kong. Meanwhile, there was a and they went directly to Denver. Actually, big part of the business team, also technical people are there. People on the ground, meeting with awesome people. So in Hong Kong, I did not manage to get the full list of projects that we spoke with, but I see the inflow of new demands for deploying on new networks, which is very positive. And we will get an update soon. We might even do some communication about those things during the month, not waiting for next update, but let's see how it goes, how is the schedule of everyone, what time we can make for this. And beside Consensus, which is really huge event that happens in Hong Kong, we had finally a home-based event, which was in Sofia Crypto Meetup. Many people joined, people are really interested in the topic. And one of our developers, Jordan, he spoke about the importance of oracles to bring this awareness to the people that are generally interested in crypto and bringing their attention to the project. This event was mostly investors, people that look for good opportunities in the space. So we are already in a way in their map and their radar for this as a project, waiting for a project to list a token and start trading this, start acquiring some Blocksense tokens. There's no clear date about this. We have not communicated, but it's all related to the development that is ongoing. As you know, with our plans to start deploying on mainnets, which is taking a little bit more time. We're kind of optimistic. I would say optimistic like Elon Musk, this guy promised self-driving cars with 5 years are still not hitting the full capacity, but we are not, we're definitely not so slow to come to our promise and to our vision. It's amazing how we are advancing. And Martin mentioned on one of our calls around, I think it was December, end of the year, he wanted to give you an overview of why Blocksense is advancing so quick and how we're doing it compared to other projects. And we'll take this opportunity also to share this because it's really important to position ourselves compared to other projects, to see how we compete and how we compare with them, and what is the reason for us to exist as a project, why we are so motivated and building so hard, I would say. And as I mentioned, besides consensus and eDenver, also the team is currently, actually, and Sofia Crypto Meetup, the team is currently Denver. It's one of the biggest events. There's no company that is not there. The schedule of the guys is super busy. I open their calendar just to see if I can steal 1 hour for this call, but it's absolutely impossible. I think they run from meeting to meeting and from event to event, which is very important for us to get into more people to start hearing about the project. And this is what the BD is doing and what the technical people are doing. They're doing their work mostly on the background for you guys. You don't see it beside on the doc section. You can see contracts deployed, and there you can follow the add-on of the new networks that we're working that I just mentioned. But the deployment goes so quick that even they don't manage to add the icons of those networks. So I felt like it's important to let you know here what is the work that has been done by sharing some of those. It's amazing. Actually, Zahary is joining us. I give him the possibility to, cool. I was not sure if you make it. Really cool. So actually, before I continue with the community part, because Zahary joined us, I'm happy to go back to a little bit the first part where I mentioned the technical development, and maybe Zahary can say things about Noir formal verification and debugging tools.
Hey everyone, nice to be here. And Risto, I just didn't hear. What was your suggestion?
It was not a suggestion. I was saying that I went as an overview because I was not sure if you'll be able to join. I went as an overview on the technical side here, the Noir formal verification, debugging tools, the things we told that you could share if you managed to join. But I said I can't go into details, so we kind of left it for next time, but no need to wait if you're here. I give you the possibility to share these advancements from technical perspective.
All right. Let me try to share my screen. Maybe that would be interesting.
Super.
Do you guys see my screen?
It's connecting.
Let me know when it's ready.
Yeah, you're good to go.
All right. So there was actually a number of open source releases this week. Just kind of a few minutes ago, we open sourced all of the Blocksense smart contracts, node software, and so on and so forth. So you will be able to find it on GitHub, Blocksense network/Blocksense. This is the main repository. From now on, we will continue the development in the open. So there are people who are more curious about the technical aspects, want to dig through the code. Now you have this option. As Christo mentioned, our plan is to leverage the Noir programming language, and we want to make sure that Blocksense remains one of the most securely implemented protocols out there. So and our team is pretty unique because we have several compiler engineers within the team. Some of you may know that I have made a lot of contributions to the NIM programming language. We have Stan Maniuf, who has worked in Google on the Dart programming language, among other things. And he used to teach compiler construction course at the local university in Sofia, one of the best universities here. So we've leveraged our internal compiler team to develop some extensions to the Noir compiler, which would allow us to formally verify the circuits that compose the Blocksense network. We are collaborating with the Noir team itself. Most likely our tool chain will become part of the standard Noir in the future. But right now, we are hosting it in a GitHub repository at Blocksense network./Noir. Over here. So besides the formal verification, another really cool, the frontier of zero-knowledge proofs, should be able to tell you that debugging is one of the most painful aspects of circuit development. And the tools cannot be compared to the standard tooling that a modern developer has access to in other fields. And this, to some extent, at least limits how ambitious projects could be pursued. Because when you don't have this debugging tooling, you don't have this formal verification tooling, you have to be, it's much more easier to introduce some error in your circuit logic, and this could eventually lead to a security vulnerability. So the debugger that we have developed for Noir is actually a collaboration with another company called Metagraph Labs. This is a company that I have founded myself a few years prior to Blocksense, and it has been working on this debugger for quite some time. So the other major announcement this week is that the debugger, our debugger for Noir is now open source as well. It's called Code Tracer, and you can find it in the Metagraph Labs /Code Tracer repository. It has this cool demo. Are there actually some folks here who are developers?
Raise your hand, guys.
Are there any developers here? Was there a show of hands?
I don't manage to see the chat, but I know we have over 500 people in the community that get the developer role. So it will be interesting for them to hear.
All right, so let me try to figure out what I did wrong.
Yeah, I guess just selected the wrong screen. What else we can do is we can share links of the repos that you mentioned.
Yes, I guess the most interesting link would be I'll share a video demo of this debugger that I encourage anybody to take a look. You'll get the streaming through the screen recording here would certainly degrade the quality a little bit. So looking at this demo on your own computer is actually better. So that's it. It was. I guess there's one more release that we have this week open source release, so pretty kind of use-heavy week so far. Basically, the third project that I'm going to mention is a company called Alpaca Core that we are collaborating very closely with. It is actually developing a product outside of the blockchain space. It is trying to create a really versatile AI inference engine or inference SDK, software development kit, that would make it easy for anybody to develop applications that leverage the latest generative AI models. This could be language models, generative image models, video models, speech models, and so on and so forth. So why are we doing this collaboration with Alpaca Core, you might wonder? Well, there are a few very interesting possibilities. First of all, we are contributing some know-how and implementation code to make the inference in this SDK fully deterministic. So this means that any new model that is added to Alpaca Core would be immediately we'll be able to use it in Blocksense to provide inference services on chain. And this means that as the Alpaca Core team adds new models, they'll be kind of directly available on chain in the future verified AI inference product from Blocksense. Another thing that the Alpaca Core team is trying to deliver is actually privacy-preserving AI models. What this means in practice is that imagine that you want to have a personal assistant that is very well aware of what's going on in your personal life. Maybe it has access to all your emails, your chat history, among a bunch of services, and so on and so forth. And it can provide some helpful task for you. You can say, okay, compose an email to a coworker when you outline something that was discussed in a particular email 2 weeks ago, things like that. An AI assistant like that could be quite powerful, but you certainly don't want to kind of hand over everything in your life to a third-party company, right? So there's this privacy concern. And what we are building with Alpaca Core is a system that will provide some guarantees about your privacy by leveraging the kind of latest hardware that is available from Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA, where they have this functionality called trusted execution environment, which basically allows the hardware to run encrypted programs that work with encrypted memory. So the end result is that the owner of the hardware, which could be, say, some cloud, some operator owning a data center somewhere, basically the owner doesn't get to access what is being computed on their machines. And the way this works is that the client, which is kind of communicating with these servers, it must be able to verify that the servers are running a genuine software, which haven't been tampered with, and it has been configured in this encrypted program execution mode, and that this software is fully public and open source and audited, and it is known that it doesn't leak any secrets. So we are helping the Alpaca Core team build this solution, and you might wonder, okay, what's the point, and who is going to provide this kind of operators data center operation services? And the answer is that the stakers in the Blocksense network, when they enroll as stakers, and if they have the right hardware, they will be automatically enrolled in this service, which will basically bring them additional revenue besides their staking activities and Oracle reporting activities in Blocksense. They'll be able to serve users outside of the blockchain ecosystems in all kind of different AI inference tasks or kind of data management task for the end users in the way that I described. And this would create this additional source of revenue for them. So to recap, this would be the kind of one of the first privacy-preserving cloud-based AI solution, and it would be powered by the Blocksense network.
All right, really cool. I'm super happy Zahary is joining us and sharing things.
And I forgot to mention the website of Alpaca Core. I'll just leave it in the comments, but it's alpacacore.com. And sorry for interrupting, Hristo, you can.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, what I was saying, make sure you check those links, guys, and see the multi-direction and the multi-possibilities that we are exploring. It's super amazing to hear this from Zahary. For those who don't know, Zahary is our CEO, and I'll say the big brain behind all those technologies and what we're implementing. Me, myself, I joined this project because of our, I would say, friendship, like knowing Zahary for many years, and got this invitation from him, and this is what like describing the project. At first, I was trying to picture the whole thing, and I say, "Wow, this is huge! I don't really get it. I want to be part of it," and I'm super happy now. We've been working over a year, and as I mentioned, we start seeing the fruits of all this work. Thank you, Zach, for updating us, giving this information to the community, which is continuously growing, and this is very good news for the people joining to know that they're joining a solid project with a really futuristic vision about the space, but not only limited to blockchain in general, and not limited to single blockchain also. So there are so many possibilities around Blocksense and the technology that we're developing. This is certainly amazing. I go to the part of the community growth that I mentioned earlier, following on my plan here, and many of you have seen community is growing. This month alone, we have more than 2,000 people joining us, and this is because you decide to invite your friends following the invite campaign, and this is really good. Many people get rewarded for this. I will get to it, but those of you who did not, don't get discouraged. Just continue climbing the ladder. It's ongoing for the moment. We're not thinking to stop it as long as it's going this well, and we see new faces here. We're just continuing with this. And what is the goal of this growth? I'm very happy we, besides having those numbers in general chat, also growing the local channels, and the vision is that we start slowly also translating all the content and reaching out to people in all your countries. I see people from Vietnam here, there are people from Russia, people from Ukraine, and all around the world. I don't even know where you're all guys from, but it's really important that we spread the news and that you help us localize this content by translating it and sharing, continue sharing with your friends. Many people are doing already amazing work. And for this work that you're doing, and for all your activity to be rewarded based on the recommendations of the pirates, we implemented also experience and engage bot that is tracking how active you are on the server and how you contribute whenever you share content, you interact with the content. And I just have somebody passing outside. I'm not sure how audible is this. I'll just maybe mute myself for a second. Okay, seems like it's passing. Life is lively here, I would say, in this part of the world where I'm in the moment. And this is actually a part of the world that needs very much the innovation of the finance that blockchain can offer in general. So I'm very happy here to be here and to get to meet also local people. And this is part of the idea to start growing also in this region, the Spanish-speaking region. The whole Latam region is really important for the blockchain space because of the instability those countries are facing. So this is, an opportunity. Every country having unstable currency can benefit. So, as I mentioned, by participating now in the server, also sharing content, you're getting those XPs, climbing the levels of this program. You can reach up to level 20. And if you also participate in the other activities like creating content like memes or participating in the games, combined with this role, the block artist and the block gamer, you can get the Laosha role, which is one of the most wanted, which means teacher in Chinese. And I come up with this because everyone sharing content is kind of educating the others. And once you prove that you're so active, you get this role. Currently, very few people have it, only 63 people. It's really valuable role, hard to get. And the invite letter, you can get it by inviting 100 people. And if you continue climbing, you can even get to the pirate role, which is our community core team that we discuss ideas with them and get feedback on how is the community doing. And they're helping us also with the local channels extremely. People like Temnik that I see here. But actually today are so many. It's amazing to see 50 people joining us. Really cool. Yeah, and the other way to get the Lao Sharo is what I mentioned. Getting those XP, climbing the levels, reaching up to level 20, having also a role because you participate in the games that Rahil is organizing. We also have ideas of other types of games that we're gonna start introducing soon, so you guys can have more fun spending time together on the server. And this is the other way to get this role, which is really, really like super valuable for us and for you on the long run, for what it gives. So yeah, thank you everyone. And I want to I need to go back to my notes to see for all the people that are contributing. I want to say thank you so much already because you are helping those that are coming to understand what is the project about. And your work is really awesome, supporting us on Twitter. Make sure to go retweet, like, it's super easy. We also added a group of all the active people that we have in a special list, and everyone from the team also is looking at it. And kind of when you support us, we are also supporting you back. So as we mentioned, this is the idea of how we can grow this social presence more and more. I want to see the names of the people. I have few so I can say that MZCat got the pirate role for inviting more than 1,000 people, which is totally amazing. This was in the previous invite campaign, but we don't miss the chance to reward this person for their work. And the other person I'm shouting out to is Jane. She has been with us for a very long time, and she managed to invite more than 500 people of her community, which, by the way, in this time that we know each other, almost double. So this was pretty great to see. And the other people that are getting a role for being most active contributor it's not a surprise. Smith last month he got the Lauscher role, and now we're very happy to welcome him as a pirate for his continuous effort and contribution in the community. And the other person is, let me just find in my communication here. Maybe Rahul can write in the chat because it was something with Dima. I don't have your. Yeah. So basically, this person is the most active person of the month, and he's getting the Lauscher role because he's being. We have a bot that is tracking the activity of everyone beside the XP, and this person has been the most active and helpful person in the server. So deservingly, it's getting this role. Pretty much, this is what I can say. And you see, guys, you can just by contributing, inviting your friends with the ongoing campaign, and also communicating in the server, making it more lively, friendly place. You can get those points and also get access to those roles, the ways that I shared with you. Oh, I have the name actually here. I wrote it in my document. Dima STD. Okay, you'll get after the call your new role and you'll know who you are, and others will see you by the green ticker that you get based on it. Thank you for your contribution very much, and everyone is welcome to contribute. As I mentioned, especially I'm very interested to see the development of the local channels at the moment and developing a strategy around this. The most efficient way that I see for now, it's every one of you becoming like a reply guy. And this is helping you also grow your personal brands. Not only shouting about Blocksense, but saying things in general about importance of oracles and pointing. Many of you are already doing in your accounts and supporting other projects that are worth supporting, and this is great. Just make sure you follow the right people, you try to interact with them. This is what is all about in the Kaito, also what is happening now of all the people farming yaps. Many people got huge amount of money because of what they're doing on Twitter, spending a lot of time there and interacting with people. They got a lot of yaps, and people even from our team got up to 2,000 US only for being present and shouting out projects and expressing themselves. So I invite you to express yourself freely, participate in conversations, especially about oracles, about Blocksense, about the future. And it will get more easy for you when you start seeing the products that will release very soon. What Zahary mentioned is already great news. I was not expecting this. We'll get this news today about open sourcing the project. So looking forward how you guys gonna interact with this and what will come out of this. It's amazing. You're welcome, Smith. I like hardworking people. I mean, we are a team of hardworking people, and this is how we all connect and recognize each other in the space, I'd say. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I give the space for questions if you have some. If not, what I can say in just what we covered already, what Zahary mentioned, the technical advancements, the new networks that we are deploying with the improved contracts that will start deployed from next week already, that are bringing significant improvements in the efficiency, which means it's cheaper to operate those contracts now. And we'll have information from the team when they come back from more for the events that are visiting now. And it will be also visible by the work we are doing, what kind of relationship we built. This is really important. The community initiatives are ongoing, the invite letter. Just make sure to generate your own invite that does not expire. There's a description of how to do those things, and also participate in the conversation and get your points and climb these levels and progress in the community. I'm super happy to see so many people today. this is my vision how we double every time, and this time we kind of really did it. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I don't see, let me open the chat and see if there's some questions. Yeah, I see here a comment. Thank you for hearing. Yeah, amazing. I'm super happy you guys also appreciate our work and see the value of what we're doing at Blocksense. It's amazing to have such a supportive community also. And I'm very happy that we are slowly but steady growing. So looking forward to next steps of the ladder and how far we'll go with this. On my side, I'm good with all the updates. Zahary, want to mention something? Maybe some teaser for what's coming for next month. I give you an opportunity.
Oh, I think I already mentioned a lot of news, but I'm sure you've mentioned in the past that our mainnet release is imminent. I think we're all looking forward to this, and we'll probably shortly after the mainnet release, we'll probably do some announcements about the next direction that the team will pursue, and I think this will be quite exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much also for tuning in, Zahary, and thank you everyone for being part of the call. The call today is shorter as the month, but because the month is short does not mean that we should do less. And you see that what's being delivered and what we've been working on really solid. I'm very happy we start the year so strongly. And looking forward to continue the conversation with all of you in the server. Make sure to go and check the links that Zahary shared. We will also share those links in the server so they don't get lost. And we can continue the conversation based on this. Because I see somebody how to get role, and okay, the answer got answered. For those of you who have been here joining the call, there's a snapshot in one moment, and everyone that has been participating will get this XP for being part of the conversation. So thank you once again for joining. I wish you a very good afternoon, evening, and weekend. And looking forward to continue our amazing collaboration together. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, everyone. Let's sail.